Hi, my friends. Coming at you from our lake house bedroom on lockdown. My kids could be running in here any second. Now that I set that intention, that'll probably happen. I wanted to share a really great practice with you today. And this is something I've been teaching for 25 years, this process. It's a really great tool to shift your state. And it's a really great law of attraction process. And what's so funny, before I tell it to you, I was in Venice Beach, fantasizing about when I was in Venice Beach years ago, like 10 years ago, with some friends. And we were there to see Kyle Cease. He's such a great transformational leader, teacher, comedian. And we were watching him do a great talk, and he mentioned something similar to what I'm going to teach you. And I was there with some very good friends that I'd known for a long time. And we went to lunch, and they were like, "Oh, that's an awesome process. You know, we need to do that." I was like, hang on a second. That's something I've been teaching for so long. It's a practice I use every day. It's something I talk about all the time. They're like, "We've never heard you talk about that." And it was such a beautiful experience to experience that, because what it helped me, what it did for me was those things that are really important to us, we need to share them a lot. We need to shout them from the rooftop. If there's practices that you do in your life, if it's things with your morning or, routines with your kids or, stuff with your health and fitness, share them. Tell them to people, because we want to know about them. Like, don't keep them private. If there are, core values that are really important to you, everyone in your family and people around you should know about them, right? We don't share these things to brag. We share them because it's a piece of who we are. And this practice I've been doing so long, and it so resonates with me. And it's one of the number one things I teach when it comes to law of attraction and stepping into your ideal life, your next level life. And so it was shocking to me that they didn't know that this is something that I felt like I was sharing all the time. And so this is my note to self and note to you to share those things, like be that, embody it, talk about it, like practice it with friends, because no matter how much you think that you might be sharing it or talking about it or embodying it, other people still always need to hear it. They need to resonate with it. So this thing is called a future poll, and how it can shift you during these crazy isolation coronavirus days is it's a beautiful thing, because what you're going to do is you're basically going to visualize and step into the things that you want to experience after this pandemic is over, when we're on the other side of it, right? So for me, I love to do shower future polls. So when I take a shower, I use that time to visualize that thing that I'm pulling into my life. Like before I had my book and it was a bestseller, I was doing in the showers, I was like picturing it, becoming a bestseller on Amazon, and like picturing my book launch party, right? So why not do something during a very common practice and use it for something even more? So right now what I was doing was picturing, what are those things after this pandemic is over that you're really looking forward to? And the first thing that came to my mind was my kids going back to school. And what I picture and really get into the feeling place of is like them coming home from their first day back at school and me saying, "Gosh, how was your first day back at school? How was things seeing your friends and your teachers?" And saying, "I missed you. I missed you so much, and I can't wait till summer when I have you all day again." So that future poll does a lot, right? It's not just about the pandemic being over and schools being back in and us being close to people again, but also that we have a peaceful family, and then I got through this in a good way where like I miss them when they're gone, and like I can't wait for them to be out of school again. So it's pulling in a lot of different things for me. So I keep picturing that moment, and I will savor it when it happens. I picture going back to date nights downtown to like great restaurants with my husband, going to Bavette's, one of our favorite places, and just everything about that meal. I think about traveling business class in one of those beds that lays down over the summer and going to Amsterdam and speaking at Mind Valley University and bringing Zoe with me, and just that whole experience and the relief that I'll feel like that this is over and that we're on the other side of it. I picture traveling a lot. I picture seeing my friends in Ireland. I picture going to the Four Seasons in Punta Mita, Mexico, which is our favorite place in the world. And I picture, going down to Soho House in South Beach and going, just traveling with the kids. And so I picture all these things because that to me says this is over. Of course, I picture like concerts. I picture a Justin Bieber concert, and I picture, the grocery store stock, shelves being filled, and like a family party. I picture Burning Man, like everyone out there on the playa, which I've never been to, but I want to go someday. I picture having a 50th birthday party at my house with just a bunch of women, like a beautiful sister circle. So those are the things that I'm picturing. And it not only does it shift me into a good space, but it helps me align with pulling that in from the future into my current reality. So try a future poll. It's really fun to do a future poll talking to someone else too. Like, call up your friend. I just called a friend yesterday and said, let's not talk about the coronavirus. Let's pretend it's not happening. And let's talk about what it would be like if things were back to normal. And so we did. We did a little bit of checking in on real stuff, but not mentioning it. And we talked a lot about what dates can we come to the lake this summer? What do you think we should do for your 50th birthday? What do you think we should, and there's no harm in doing that. Right? As long as you're open to anything, this or something better, do those future polls. It's a really powerful practice, and I know it will help you shift in the moment too. So let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear back from you guys and tell me how things are going and what you're doing to shift and to stay present, find the joy, keep your state in order, change your thoughts, and what you're most excited about when we're on the other side of it. Okay, stay safe and stay happy and stay positive. Bye.